Good girl, hon. That's my girl up there. Yeah, yeah. You burp, hon? Morning, Cynthia. How you doing? Hey, Pam. It's nicer today, but cold and windy. It's only 32 at 8:30. See, Friday, even though it's a little early, on a nice weekend, people start coming up north, but you can see it's dead. I'm in West Branch, Michigan. Daisy's on the dash. Enjoying this coffee before I'm going to go down and do a little photography with the Amish. We're at North Dakota at, Cynthia. Oh, Fargo? Okay. How things going out there? Y'all shut down? Okay. Hey, Sharon. Yeah, cold and windy here, although it is sunny. Cynthia, what type temperatures you have out there today? What's it getting down to at night? Good, Sharon. Yeah, exactly right. Yep. Social distancing. I am going to make a trip down to Detroit, and I'm going to tell them through the window, with the window up, I got something for you. Drive 10 feet down the street and set it outside, and they can pick it up. Yeah, that's about what it is here, 35. If you look at the latitude, we may not be that much off West Branch, Michigan, and Fargo, North Dakota. I've been through Fargo quite a few times. I like that out west. It's not. It's places aren't like they used to be though. It's like everybody's got the popular stores. It's not the character of the old days. Hey, Stephanie, I'm at home, West Branch, Michigan. Yeah, that reminds me. There's a guy sent me $100 before the whole thing went wild, and to take the girls out to breakfast or to lunch or dinner, and that never materialized. They're not always together. It just didn't work. But I got the $100. I'm gonna ask him if he minds if I just bought stuff to hand out. It won't be as fun, and we won't be chatting at a breakfast table, but I think he'd be okay with it. But I'd like to be sure. Yeah, this is actually a township hall right here. You can rent it for like 70 bucks a night. It's nice. But I mean, this is just, I'll give you, there's another place when I go over to that park and I video around the water. That's East Tawas, Michigan. And that's, there are certain parts of East Tawas. I'll give you an example. Like you can be in the Walmart parking lot looking at Lake Huron. You can be eating a sandwich outside on a picnic table and you're right at Lake Huron. Just absolutely gorgeous views. And it's just average middle class people. I mean, it looks like in the morning when the sun's coming up, you think you're in the Bahamas. It's so beautiful. And you can be getting your oil changed right next to Lake Huron. It's just so cool that it isn't all built up with expensive places. And actually, I think this view I have right here, here we got a township all in a million dollar view of like the landscape. And I like it because it's just built into day-to-day activities. Nobody tried to put some strip mall up here. It's just average people with million-dollar views. Yeah, I'm not going to get everybody out. Hey, Barbarice, how you doing? Oh, there's a guy going in, and she's probably going to rent this place. Good girl days. Yeah, it really is a nice spot. No. Hey, Jack, yeah, you know, been in the chats at night. Where you been? Hey, Larry. Yeah, it's a good view. Sure is. Where you been, Barbarice? Well, we're going to find out. Yeah, I noticed that yesterday, Larry. Oh, there isn't that much stuff blooming yet. Oh, okay. Good for you. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm going to. Good. How you doing? How you been? How come you haven't been coming on the chats at night, sexy? Good girl, hon. Who is that? Good girl. I'm not sure on Raven. Tassie was on the chat the other night. Pretty good. I know the feeling. You have anything you can take for that, sexy, or get a hold of any? Oh, okay. Yeah, what it is. Yeah, you too, Barbara. Congratulations on moving. Oh, gotcha. I'm not gonna stay overnight. I'm not gonna take a chance on that, Stephanie. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna go down for the day and come back. You know, Detroit's a real hotbed for that right now, so I'm not gonna take the chance of eating anywhere, or going in anywhere, or staying in any hotels. Yeah, I'd like to, but I'm not gonna. Nah, I'm just gonna go down and get up early, which I hate doing. Get down there. The thing I worry about is you don't always run into people down there like you'd like to, but I'm gonna make one good stab at it. Because they don't have anything to eat down there. That's why. I'm not interacting with them personally. Yeah, I'm not getting out of the car. Or I'm not uh, doing any of that. Staying at a hotel, nothing. I mean, seriously, there's people down there that don't have stuff to eat. I'm not going to be stupid about it. I'm going to just set. I'm going to set it outside and drive down. I'm going to tell them through the window I got something. Drive down 10 feet, put it on the ground, drive off. Yeah, it's way down though. A lot of the places are shut down. The churches that give out food, and it's only like once a week. You can get something to eat on Sunday. It's the rest of the days. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I wouldn't even get anything to eat there. Yeah, but even where I live right here, it's hard to get something to eat if you don't have um, if you're not set up good. You know, there are bunches of people down there that are not on Medicaid, and the places are closed down. I know they. You look at just, I mean, just Google Detroit and the homeless, and you'll find out for yourself. Yeah, you're right, sexy. You're right. If you were just a regular poor person that was set up on social assistance, you probably could be doing okay. If you're 80 and you have COPD and you don't leave the house, you could probably hang in there. Oh, really, Larry? Huh? Oh, okay, Stephanie. I mean, I'm open to suggestions if you guys got a better idea. What is restaurant at Depot, Larry? Oh, okay, that's nice of 'em. Uh, that's a good question too. I don't know. I got stuff from a couple trips ago I haven't given to people. You know. Oh, okay, Larry. Okay. I was thinking of Sunday, but I'm not sure on that now. Maybe Monday be better. I don't think there'll be much Easter traffic. Right there. There's the Daisy. Hey, Dazer. Dazer, do you care, hon? Yeah, I will, Stephanie. Yep. Yeah, but a lot of those places that would normally do that are the churches, and they're shut down in Michigan. So you can't go in there and cook the stuff. They're not making exceptions. Yeah, you're right, sexy. I'm feeling good. Feeling a lot better. I slept well. No, not much, Larry. Nope. See, that's 75 right there, both ways. Hey, Dirty Sanchez, how you doing? Yeah, it's a good view here. Yeah, it's beautiful today. Cold out though, and windy. I've taken a million photos from here. At nighttime when the sun's setting, uh, it's the sun reflects off these barns and these houses in the road. It's just gorgeous. Or in the fall with all the crops before they're harvested. Yeah, they're not doing too hot down there. Yeah, I'm trying to stay on an earlier schedule, you know. I'm not an early morning person. I've gotten texts from them and stuff. They're not doing too hot down there. I'm gonna go down and take some photos of the Amish today. You know, I'm not really sure on Wendy, to tell you the truth. I know her landlord, though. I could call him today. We're Eastern Standard Time with Daylight Savings Time. So it's like 10 in the morning or something here. Yeah, I never get up early. Try not to. There's a guy going with his canoe on the roof. Boy, that's too bad about that Kennedy lady and her son. They must have been absolutely terrified when they could see what was happening. I mentioned on a chat, that almost happened to me as a kid one time. The guy across the street took me, him and his buddies, and took me and some other young guys. We were like 14, 15 up to Canada with canoes. And that same thing happened to me. The wind took me and blew me out into a lake. And I had to get up in the front of the canoe because it'd blow the front around. And I was able to paddle myself back, but barely. And I was a young kid, you know, in shape. But I could see how that happened. I feel so bad for them. They got out there, they got in that canoe. You don't think it's just going to like take over and you're not going to be able to paddle back to shore, but that's what happened to them. And I wouldn't doubt. I bet what I think probably happened is they got in there and said, "Hey, let's just paddle out and get that ball." And that wind got a hold of them. She lost the paddle, and once that happened, they were screwed. I bet the paddle fell out of her hands, and then it was game over, unless somebody had been lucky enough to see them. And then once the canoe tipped over, it's just like up here right now. I see people when I was up in the UP. You get wet in water right now, and you got about 6 or 7 minutes, and it's lights out. And if you're an older person out of shape, it's less than that. These sunny days and these old people that get in these kayaks and canoes, they don't really have a clue what they're in for. Nobody plans on tipping over. But if you do, you better hope somebody's watching. It's so yeah, it really are heartbreaking. I've mentioned this before. When I had a neighbor drown when I was in Florida, going out there and surfing when one of those hurricanes came through. And there have been incidents in my life. I mentioned the other day I was down to Cleveland about 5 years ago, and it was a weird wind coming straight out of the north in the summertime, and there were some kids swimming with their parents in this like area of Edgewater. That's where it was, Edgewater, Cleveland. And I thought, you know, I'm gonna, at the risk of telling me to mind my own business, I've just been around too much and seen too many of these things happen. I walked down to the mother and I said, "Hey, it's none of my business, but you know, I don't think you know the risk those kids are facing. It seems just like a nice windy summer day, and sure enough, after a minute or two, she got the kids out of there. And then about an hour later, they left. And when they walked by me, she came up and said, I want to thank you for bringing that up to me. We're from West Virginia, and we just thought we'd have fun going swimming. I didn't realize there was any danger. Barbarese, just get your just put a link on all my videos. Put a link on all my videos to your channel. I tell anybody that. Anybody that's starting a channel, just put a link to my channel, or put a link to your channel on any of my videos, and try and get on one of the lives at night, like 9 o'clock tonight, and I'll post your link and people will subscribe right then and there. There's another guy, yeah man, he just got his 1,000, and that's how I helped him with him. No problem on that. Anybody starting a channel, put your links to your channel on anything of mine. I'll approve it. Yeah, Larry, the riptides get them in freshwater. That's where people get tricked. They seem to be more on the ball when you're around the ocean. Probably they're more educated. There are a lot more signs. There's a chance you got a lifeguard telling you. But these Great Lakes, I don't know if it was last summer or the summer before, they drowned more people in Lake Michigan than ever before. Yeah, sexy, honest to God. I mean, look, I tell you guys how it is, right? My channel is all completely shit luck. If it wouldn't have been for the working girls, I wouldn't have had a channel. So it wasn't like any great skill that I learned, and through a lot of diligence and hard work, I've built up my channel. It's all lucky bullshit. So I don't think I'm being a good guy by the obvious, just letting people try and build their channel, man. Like I said, YouTube's fickle. I could be gone any day. So get why the getting's good. If you're trying to start a channel and you want to promote your channel on mine, have at it. Yeah, I mean, my content is like, very amateurish. I mean, if I had to go in and I'll give you an example, like So Tweety, who's been around here. She's a moderator, sweetheart girl. Look at her channel sometime, So Tweety. She does cruise ship videos. And she told me she does about 50 hours of editing on every video she uploads. I bet I haven't done 50 hours of editing since I've been born. And you know what? I'm not going to do it. I just turn the camera on, away I go. I mean, my channel is just like nothing. It's like a guy with a camera. I look at channels and they have I tell people, don't let subscribers and views wreck your mood, because it has nothing to do with being smart or competent or anything. It's shit luck. And once YouTube recommends your videos like they did with me with Angel and Penny and stuff like that, you're home free. Yeah, it is, Larry. But, it goes to show you she does an excellent job, and you can tell those videos are well done. Well, that's just, to me, it's not that big of a deal. It's just like, hey, look, here's an Amish guy in a cart. You may see my shoe, and then I pick the camera up after I drop it and see Daisy's ass. And then you see the cart and the horse going down the road. It's as amateur as you can get. Hey, Virginia. I mean, so if you're doing that and you want to do a channel, I'm telling you, get on it, man. People are weird on YouTube, like they're protecting some golden egg. I'm not that way. If you want to promote your channel on mine, do it. But like I said, get why the getting's good. YouTube's fickle. I could be gone any day. And a lot of people with channels, the last thing they want is to promote someone else's channel on theirs, because they're all into this building a channel and thumbs up bullshit and subscribers. So they're, it's just like other facets of life. They're protective of what considers theirs. Where me, it's just one big party time. Oh, really, Sue? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's no problem. I think what's even worse is you'll I don't take any like credit for like doing something. I mean, because it'd be like helping a baby duckling across the road. I mean, I don't think you should get an award for it. I mean, I've been lucky on this, and I hope I can help somebody else get lucky. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, it seems like that, but really, if it wasn't for the working girls interviews, nobody would know me. That's what drove the entire thing. I mean, I'm not bitching about this because I'd be doing it anyway, but you look at the places that I drive. I mean, I knock out 400 or 500 miles in a day, no problem sometimes, which I'm lucky to be able to do. And I know when I leave on a lot of these trips that it's not going to be popular on YouTube. Like today, as an example, I'll probably blow through a tank of gas, although gas is cheap now, videotaping and photographing Amish stuff because it's interesting to me. The farms are beautiful. I mean, I'm enjoying my day, even if I didn't take one photo or do any video. I'll get home, I'll upload my videos, and I can tell you right now, I know before I go down there, nobody really gives a shit. There's 4 or 5 people that like Amish stuff, but it's not gonna get me views or subscribers or anything. But like I said all along, I do the same thing now I did when I didn't have any subscribers. 98% of my channel is not interesting to the general public. It's the girls in the interviews that get get the attention. That's it. And Daisy gets some views, right, hon? Yeah, well, Maddie sells, man, big time. You put a thumbnail of Maddie up, and it's instant views. It's just the way it is. Yeah, they do, Larry. Yep, totally true. Hey, Nicole. Yeah, that's where I'll be going down today, Amish. Well, I'll tell you, now more so than anything, any time, I'm down there watching these Amish, and here they got a horse pulling this plow through the field. All the kids are cute as a button, dressed up in their little outfits. You got mom baking something inside. I mean, I know it's not a perfect world, but during these times, I think about it more than ever, and I'm thinking, man, these guys are so removed away from this bullshit going on, and that's attractive. Now, I knew when I did the Amish interview that it was going to be a little bit interesting, but not like you'd think it would be. I don't really tag my videos like you should in the meta tags where you put down, keywords. A lot of my videos, I don't even put one. I don't put anything in there. I don't give a shit. Yeah, the simple life. I just wonder, if you've never been out of that life, you don't know what ours is like. And we don't really know what theirs is like unless you've been there. But I think probably I could probably stand one or 2 days of it. Then I'd be batshit crazy because I've just been influenced by TV and bullshit. It's changed my brain the way I think. So I'm sure one night staring at a candle and a fresh baked brownie would be good for about 20 minutes. and then it was time to go to blow out the candles and go to bed, I think I'd probably be in a mental house. Oh, interesting, Sue. Yeah, I mean, it may be a simple life, but I think, like I asked him in that interview, not too many people do too well trying to go from this jungle into theirs. Yeah. They'd catch me with watching Pornhub with the computer hid in the closet and the HughesNet satellite. I'd be thrown out of there in no time. Yeah, I could just see, Tom, we're going to have a meeting tonight. It's a very serious matter. Uh, okay. Oh, what's the problem? No, we'll talk about it tonight. Then we'd go in there and I'd see the generator, my laptop, and Pornhub on it. Yeah. That would like be the death sentence in Amish land. Yeah, exactly right. I'd be sneaking out like at 3 in the morning, trying to keep these damn candles lit so I could have a 4,000-foot cord so they didn't hear the generator running. Yeah, that's it, Larry. Yeah, these Amish got this wood stuff down. They do. They're right where I'm at today. It's like a lot of milling and logs and building things. I mean, they take it right from a tree, and it'll be a chair a week later. Hey Pam, how you doing? I mean, it's like a lot of things. I like the idea of it, but I don't think the reality is possible. I couldn't live that life. But I feel good when I watch their lives from the outside. What's interesting to me is how they use animals as part of it, like to legitimately get work done. They're functional. Where I got Daisy, I pat her on the head, throw her a bone. People have fish tanks and hamsters and cats. But these Amish, these animals, their transportation. I mean, I think what blows my mind is when I see these horses pulling these plows around. It's just you realize the strength of them, man. This guy sitting on this old manual plow and these horses are pulling this thing through this hard, packed down soil like it's nothing. And what else is interesting to me, like, when I was a kid, I knew a couple people that had horses. We'd ride them. Not a lot, but I did do it when I was younger. And man, I'll tell you, you couldn't have got one of those horses to go in a straight line for $1 million. They were always like rubbing our legs against the hot wire to get us off their back, bucking us off, all that kind of stuff. And here you see these Amish ride these really antiquated manual plows. It looks like you sent a surgeon down the field. Just perfect rolls. These horses are turning around. It just looks beautiful. And when they're running, these horses are going down the road. If you told me, and I didn't know about the Amish, that I know somebody that's got a horse and he pulls them around going down the road with traffic, and he's been doing it 40 years, I wouldn't believe it was possible. I'd think there's no way a horn is going to get blown or a bee is going to sting a horse or something. Nope. Yeah, it's cold here, Pam. Yeah, that's how the horses I had experience with did whatever they felt like it. A buddy of mine, they had a horse. We'd ride these horses bareback, and you'd be riding them, and they'd just stop, and you'd go flying off their back. They were like that was their way of getting you off them. I'm surprised I never broke my neck, but as a kid, you know how that is. I'd be a quadriplegic if I did that now. Whereas a kid, they kind of throw you off, and you like half-ass land on your feet, no matter what happens. I don't think they are. I don't think they are. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? I don't think they are. You know, in the Amish, they eat a lot of meat, cheese, high-fat diet, butter. You know, they're not eating low-cal anything. It looks like a casino truck van driving up the road. Yeah, no stress, you're right. No alcohol. I bet these Amish just must shake their heads when they see these marijuana dispensaries. Once they know what they're selling out of there, that must just be one more staple in. God, I'm glad I'm not living your life. I just go down there, pick up the Amish, say, hey, I'd like to treat you guys today. I want to take you to a ride to a marijuana dispensary, and we'll go in there and I'll buy each $100 worth of dope, and you can get high after you work those fields all day long. It's really fun. You just eat this brownie and you just sit around not doing shit. I mean, they'd think I was absolutely crazy. That must just seem insane to them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, you're exactly right, Sue. They would look at me like I'm from Mars. It's just like, hey, I want to explain something to you guys. You know, I've been watching you and I appreciate your lifestyle and I don't want to do anything to disrupt it, but I don't think you guys are getting a good enough escape in life. A treat from me to you is I know you work hard. I want to take you over to this dispensary and I'm going to buy you some brownies. They're not quite the brownies that you're used to. And after a long day's work, I want you to just eat one of these and you're going to see what I'm talking about. Now, you're not going to get shit done the next day and maybe the day after that. So I wouldn't encourage you to eat them all the time, but you've worked hard and you deserve this break from reality. I bet they'd get, who knows what they do if they saw like their sons just laying around not doing shit. They'd be cutting off their fingers and stuff at the sawmill. Yeah, right, Sue. Well, they'll if they get sick, they'll go to a hospital and ante up. Now they got a guy down where I'm going today that like he accepts donations. He's kind of like some I don't know what he is. People go to him though. You know, a lot of holistic stuff. I'll tell you one thing. I bet these Amish that get breast cancer, I bet they die quicker than anybody. I bet they don't. If they decided to go the holistic route, they'd be dead in no time. I'll bet you money on that. We'll never get the statistics, but if you looked at the Amish life and breast cancer, I bet those are on the low scale. There isn't anybody hanging around or getting cured. Not that I know of. They don't do chemotherapy. They're not real, from what I know, not really doctors. Now, if they're legitimately sick, they'll go to a clinic or a hospital. I've seen them down at Cleveland Clinic before for like major operations. Yeah, the kids, everybody's really friendly down here. Yeah, the kids don't say too much. Yeah, chemo does kill, but it saves a lot of people as well. I mean, you kill good cells while you're trying to target the bad. It's, a concoction of chemistry that you know what the outcome's going to be if you don't do it. Yeah, no, the kids always seem really nice. I see them in restaurants down there when I'm eating. They're just so polite. You don't see any Amish kids running around screaming. Nah, I scrapped that Detroit plan. Well, I think I'm going, yeah. Chemo saves a lot of people. People live longer now than they ever did. Well, I'm going to hit the old road, you guys. Yeah, okay, sexy. Try and get back on. I'm going to go down and take my 10,000th Amish barn photo. Get some video if I can. Have a good day, everybody. Oh, okay, bros. Try and get on tonight, Barbary, if you can. 9 o'clock. Larry, you too. All right, see you, Lisa. You too, sexy. Hope you feel better. See you, Nicole. See you, Sue. Virginia. Yeah, I'll be on tonight. Yep.